Today I'm going to be playing 1.8 Princess Cycle on Ranked. I'm going to see if we can win some games by just using the Evo Princess. I'm not going to be doing any gimmick like trying to play 4 Princess at the bridge to do 1,000 damage in 1 second or anything. And I'm also not going to be like going crazy hyper-aggressive. I'm just going to try and win the game in the best way I can, chipping them down. And I also, and the reason why I'm doing that, is because today I wanted to tell a little bit of a story about something about my ex-neighbor, who was a 58-year-old divorced man who was probably the worst influence in my entire life. In the time that he was here. I've talked about him a lot on the channel. He was a private investigator that couldn't figure out that I had a YouTube channel, or what my YouTube channel was. I told him I made videos, and he got really annoyed. He's definitely an activate ability. He got really annoyed that I wouldn't tell him what my YouTube channel is, and he couldn't find it, even though the name was Ken. Anyway, this guy was a fucking maniac, but also kind of a bowler at the same time, not gonna lie. So, what happened was, my neighbor went drinking at the pub with, which he loved to do, by the way, with this random guy, and then after they went drinking, the pub's, like, pretty close by, and so they went back to his apartment afterwards to, like, continue drinking, and my neighbor does this really weird thing, which is, he's kind of like a work hard, play hard kind of guy, so he would wake up really early, like 4 a.m., and then he would, like, start his job, like, he would, I don't know, drive down and start, like, I don't know, sitting in a car across the road from whoever he's investigating. Like, I remember he told me that, like, he would investigate whether or not people are, like, faking, like, an injury or something on their arm to get an insurance claim. Like, he would, so this actually happens, like, if you're, like, if an insurance company thinks that you're faking something to get some money out of them, they will hire someone like my ex-neighbor to spy on your ass to make sure that you're actually not faking your injury to get money. I didn't know this was a thing. That sounds like some secret agent shit. Anyway, I'm gonna go Princess of the Bridge here, because this guy has like a million things that stop me going with that. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. That sounds like some shit in the movies, but that's essentially what my neighbor would actually do. Also, this is just the least fun thing to play against of all time. Double building hero bowler. Please don't splash the princess, thank God. I'm just gonna make sure I keep playing things to kill the mortar. And so anyway, that was my neighbor's job. He couldn't figure out my YouTube, and after he went back to his apartment with this guy from the pub, okay, this is getting a bit fucking outrageous, I'm not gonna lie. He's definitely gonna try and activate ability as well. Like, you're spending too much at Elixir, little bro, and you just can't get away with it. At some point, someone's gotta draw the line. Alright, go for a log. Go on. I dare you, little bro. Princess is on the tower. This is fucking huge. He wasted way too much elixir. Berserky! Going crazy over there. That was the zestiest fucking thing I've ever said. Please kill the Archer Queen, for the love of God. Okay, you know what? We take that. Go for a log. Go for another princess on the bridge. That was clutch, because he overcommitted. He got way too confident. Holy fucking... What is even happening right now? Anyway, so he does this thing, right? Well, he did this thing, which is whenever he brought somebody back to his apartment, his idea of having fun, and it is kind of cool, but also kind of crazy when you're, I don't know, in your late 50s, he would do this thing, prediction, he would do this thing where he would say, and I've said this before, the last person, he's like, he would go to the, okay, I'm saying nothing right now. He would basically say, I reckon I can keep drinking longer than you, right? So, he would say, how about this? And he's like really prideful guy. He'd be like, $1 says that I can drink longer than you. And this was his way of like tricking whoever he brought to his apartment into like just being there the whole night and just drinking with him. Please lock on. Thank you. Get another shot, please. That was close. Okay, that was weird timing to activate the ability. And so, a lot of the time what he would do is he'd bring someone back to his apartment, and after a sesh at the pub, and they'd basically just drink all fucking night, because neither of them wanted to lose, because they're usually prideful people, which is just like, crazy as shit. And then they would just drink all fucking night. I should have played Princess of the Bridge there, but you know what? It's the Frost Princess, so who cares? And then, yeah, like, he would basically have a victim for the night. And so, this one time, he had this one victim over, and obviously I was his next door neighbor, so he invited me around. I was like, hey guys, like, what's going on? I came over, and he was basically like, oh, me and old mate are fucking drinking, and the last person to stop is going to win $1. And I was like, you guys are fucking maniacs. I'm in. No. I was sober. I think I just got back from a night out, and I was like, fuck, let's just check what's going on next door. So I went next door to my neighbor, I said hi to both of them, and then they wanted something, I'm just gonna say something picked up, right? From an undisclosed location, and they couldn't get it because they were both drinking and whatnot. So my neighbor asked me to go and pick it up. American, what's good, bro? My neighbor asked me, okay, like, you're gonna have to pick it up. And I'm like, fuck's sakes, like, it's 11 o'clock at night. Like, I don't want to pick up this thing. that he wants me to pick up. It's not something that you should be picking up. Let's put it that way. And so I was very against it. And then, I don't know, he was kind of like, oh, remember this thing I did for you? Like, you kind of owe me. And I was like, fuck's sakes, okay, I'm going to have to pick this thing up. And so I end up going, my neighbor, he was really manipulative, by the way. He was really, really, like, good at getting people to do what he wants. He was a very, like, confrontational person. Very, like, he was a lot, you know? Like, if you're listening to him tell a story and he notices you're not paying attention, he would just, like, skirt his chair forward and, like, look at you. He was a very intense person. And then he'd get surprised when people would talk shit behind his back. Because, like, he was just an absolute maniac. Like, that was a thing that happened at the pub that he told me about. Anyway, so I was basically forced in a position where I had to pick something up, right? And so I was the driver, and my neighbor had somehow set up the situation so that he could stay home and, I don't know, keep drinking. And the guy that he was drinking with came with me. So I'm in the car with some guy I've never met before that I literally just met at my neighbor's apartment, picking up something from a house that I've never been to, which is like a 20-minute drive away on like a Saturday night, right? And so I pick up these like two girls as well. Like, I don't know, part of it was like picking up these two girls and like, I don't know, like, oh no, I remember I had to go to these two girls' house to get the thing, right? So I get the thing from these two girls' houses with the guy that my neighbor was drinking with in the passenger seat. And then, okay, is he going to play anything here? Prediction. What the hell is even happening? I will absolutely take a free win if he's going to give it to me though. Even if he's lagging, I don't give a fuck. I'm playing Princess Cycle, I'll take any free win on rank that I can get. And so we get to the girl's house, and then the girls get in the car, and they're like, oh, yeah, and he didn't tell me about this. You're dropping us off at our house, which is, like, kind of near you. And I was like, I guess, yeah, sure. Like, if it's not out the way, like, I can pick you guys up as well as the thing where picking you up and drop you off near the house, at your house, which is near our house, or whatever. And so I was like, okay, this is kind of goofy. Now I've got like two girls in the back I've never met, a guy next to me that I've never met, and I'm picking up something from someone. Like, it was just like, what the fuck's going on? And so I pick up this thing, I go with these girls and the guy in the passenger seat, and I drive all the way to their house, right? I drive to their house, which is, it was very close, to be fair. And then, once we get there, what the hell? Once we get there, the girls get out the car, and they say, oh, we were just picking something up from here. Okay, Mini Pecker needs to get the fuck off my tower. I knew the Ice Golem was going to do jack shit. We were just picking something up from here. Can you now drive us back to where we just came from, and then you can come back to your apartment, which is where we just, where we just were? And I was like, what? Like, no. And then, like, it wasn't the girls that asked this, by the way. It was the guy in the passenger seat, and apparently this was the plan all along. It was the girls knew that apparently I was going to drop them back off at the spot they originally came from. And the guy in my passenger seat knew that I was going to do this. I didn't know, though. So I was like, what? Like, so now I have to drive, like, another 30 minutes, like this is fucked, like, each way as well. And I didn't want to do this in the first place as well. And it was, let's just say, risky business. And so, yeah, I was put in a really, really uncomfortable position where I didn't want to, like, start a big argument in front of a bunch of people that I didn't know with somebody that I didn't fucking know. Like, I was just basically forced in a position where I had to do the thing. It was really shitty, and I'm pretty sure everyone was in on it, and they didn't want to tell me because I knew I would have said no. Like, initially, back at my neighbor's house, like, my neighbor would have said no if they told me the full thing. So they told it to me in pieces, basically, to make sure that I would, like, say yes. Which is really just, like, kind of fucked up. Really good Ice Golem placement, by the way. Please don't activate ability. Okay, I'm going to go like this over here to pressure, and then I'm going to go for the real pressure over here. Hopefully he goes for a skeleton army. Okay, that works. Please don't charge on the berserker. Fuck's sakes. Yeah, so it was kind of shitty. So I was in, like, kind of a bitter mood the whole drive, and, like, the guy was just like, come on, man, like, it's not a big deal, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fuck's sakes, like, whatever. And then, like, because I didn't want to create a big scene in front of these girls as well. Like, they're just, like, there. They didn't know what was going on. They're just kind of... It was the guy who fucked me over. But I also didn't want to get into a conflict with strangers. It's not a big deal, blah, blah, blah. But I was pissed. So I was kind of seething the whole time, like, just kind of on, like, mute the whole ride. Didn't say anything, but I was doing it. Okay, hang on. What? How the fuck? Magic Art's the most broken fucking card. I'm gonna kill myself. I swear to God, I'll do it. Just kidding. So anyway, seething the whole ride, right? And I finally drop him off, and then I'm still, like, annoyed driving the whole way back to my apartment now with this guy, having picked up the thing. And then I remember, like, as soon as we got out of the car, I, like, said to him, I was like, man, like, why didn't you just tell me, like, what's going on? Like, it was kind of dog the way you did that. And he was like, we got a problem, man? Like, do we have a problem? Like, do we have a problem? And I'm like, what? Like, no, like, we don't have a problem. I'm telling you, I'm, like, why did you just not tell me? He was like, dude, like, if we have a problem, like, let's settle this. I'm like, I don't, like, not everything has to become a fucking fight. Like, can you not just tell me? And I think the only reason it had to become a fight is A, the guy is fucking drunk, so that's probably why, partly. Don't do drugs or drink alcohol, kids. That's what I say. And B, because he knew he was in the wrong, so the only option now is no longer reason. It's just Neanderthal shit, like, we have to fight. It's the only option. So, yeah, I eventually got back to my neighbor's apartment, and then he said that. And then my neighbor, he didn't really know what was going on. He was a bit of a maniac, like I've said multiple times on this channel, my neighbor. But I just like kind of left immediately after that, because I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, this is just not the most epic time I've ever had. Okay, hold that thought. I'm gonna win this by the way, because I'm not losing to a masturbator. And so, yeah, I went back to my apartment, and I remember, to be fair, the next day, my neighbor was like, "Oh, I was wondering why you, like, left my apartment, like, immediately after picking that up for me." And, hang on, hold that thought. Fuck. Okay, wait. No, it's all good. And he told me what happened, mate, and I grilled him, mate. Like, I fucking told him, like, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have, like, apparently my neighbor was in on that, like, feeding me in breadcrumbs, the whole plan or whatever, but I don't know how much I believed him. He was a chronic liar. Like, he'd lie to me all the time. He'd gaslight me. So he apologized the next day, which I appreciated at the very least, but I just don't really know. And so, yeah, that was, like, I remember that being, like, such, like, I don't know. Some people just, like, just don't respect you, or, like, think they can just take the piss, you know what I mean? I don't know, I feel like that was so shitty. So anyway, there's a little story, a little anecdote from my life that I remember from that, I guess we'll call that period. It was a good few years ago, actually. It was definitely much more, I guess, naive is the word I'll use. And also, like, I don't know, like, my neighbor was a lot older than me, you know. I guess, like, I kind of trusted his, I don't know, judgment and stuff. It was, yeah, it was definitely an interesting situation. What I'm saying is, never talk to your neighbors. No, I'm joking. I actually hang out with my neighbor who is on the other side, who's been on this channel a few times. A lot. Good guy. Really good guy. Okay, let's go like this. But yeah, that was a weird story, so I just thought I'd share that because, I don't know, just felt like talking about something. I feel like I haven't talked about, like, anything on the channel in ages, so I thought I would do that because some people would be like, I miss when you would talk about things. And, yeah, that was a not very epic moment, but I've also might have even told this story, like, how is that connecting? I wouldn't even be surprised at this point. I also refuse to lose this game. It's not looking good. I'm going to keep it a stack. He's probably going to ability here. But it's not looking good. I'm also not really sure how I'm going to win this. I can't afford to keep using log on the wall breakers. Okay, I'm going to go for a princess here for a chip shot. And then hopefully... Okay, it didn't hit the thing. Oh, you're so jammy that the furnace got a fucking... Oh my god, it's so annoying. Okay, I used the log there, which I literally just said I wasn't going to do, and it's the reason he's chipping me down. And now I'm actually forced to log, otherwise I'm going to take a ton of damage. I should have played princess way earlier! It's actually pissing me off how bad I'm playing! Okay, you know what? We're locking in. We're locking the fuck in right now. I'm going to go for a log here, even though I just said I wasn't going to do that anymore. And then the furnace gets a fucking shot, and the wall breakers connect to my fucking tower. And then the furnace goes down and one-shots everything. Okay, I'm going to lose it if I don't kill this furnace here. Okay, at least that's deep. And then we'll go with this. And then we'll go for another princess on the bridge now. Oh, yeah! Alright, you know what? You want to commit all your fucking elixir over there, little bro? I'm just going to spam this fucking lane. I don't even care. 20 seconds left. Yeah, you better ability, little bro. Let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's go like this and this. And then let's go for another princess, and hopefully he throws. Through the power of luck, we will win! And by luck, I mean nothing at all. So anyway, there's a cute little story and another couple of losses that we lost. And that's all that really is to it. So really pleased with the ending of this video, and I'm not really sure why I told that fucking story, but the moral of the story is don't trust strangers. Stranger danger. If I get a 5-star in this lucky drop, I'm gonna put a lemon. Next one. The lemon behind me. In my asshole.